Hi, my name is Natasha Bailey, and today I will be discussing my research project on the effects of family type on academic success. Let's begin. Previous studies has indicated that family type does impact academic success. In this research project, family types of college students will be examined to determine if dual or single parent households can impact academic success. Participants in my research will be college students at Louisiana State University of Alexandria. These participants will be surveyed using a multiple choice questionnaire. I expect to prove my hypotheses that a dual or single parent household does in some way affect academic success, and that older students from dual parent households display best academic performance. In my research, I used the survey method. My survey was administered to college students at random, meaning I did not include gender or class level in any of my variables. The survey consisted of questions that evaluated what type of household in which the students grew up. Upon gathering those statistics of family type and education, I further compared the success rates of students from single-family households to those students from dual-parent households using the chi-square of independence, and I used that analysis to prove my hypothesis that family type has an impact on academic success. I also compared success rates and age using samples and performing a logistic regression test to prove my subsequent hypothesis, that older students from dual parent households display the best academic performance. So I hoped in my research I intended to answer the questions: does family type have an impact on academic success, and do older students from dual parent households display the best academic performance? I used specific questions that determined age and grade point average with various options given. Here are some of the questions. For question 1, I asked, what age group do you fall under? With options being A, B, A, 18 to 25 years, B, 26 years or older. Question 2, what type of household were you raised in? With options being A, single parent, or B, dual parent household. And for my third question, I asked, what is your current GPA? With options being A, 1.0 to 2.5, B, 2.6 to 3.0, C, 3.0 to 3.5, D, 3.6 to 4.0. For my last question, I asked, how many hours per week do you study? With options being A, less than 8 hours, B, 8 to 12 hours, C, 12 to 15 hours, D, 15 to 20 hours, and E, 20 or more hours. After I collected my survey data, I began separating my data into groups. I predicted that I would have 30 participants, however, I only had 20. Of this 20, I had only 2 participants in a single parent household, which I put in group A, and 18 participants in a dual parent household, which I assigned to group 2. Upon further review of my survey, I was able to separate my GPA criteria into 4 categories, with category 1 including the GPA range of 3.6 to 4.0, category 2 with a GPA range of 3.1 to 3.5, category 3 with a range of 2.6 to 3.0, and category 4 having a range of 1.0 to 2.5. For category 1, I had 2 participants, category 2 had 9 participants, category 3 had 3 participants, and category 4 had 6 total participants. For my age category, I had 2 groups, with group 1 and consisting of participants ages 18 to 25 years old, and group 2 consisted of participants 26 years old and older. Group 1 had 9 participants, and group 2 had 11 participants. So that means that 11 people are 26 years or older in college right now that took this test. So, and I'm one of those. Upon getting my groups organized, I set up my chi-square. For this test, I assigned the family type as my independent variable and GPA, or academic success, as my dependent variable. I started this chi-test with my initial hypothesis that family type does have an effect on academic success, and I developed my null hypothesis that family type has no impact on academic success. After that, I used the Microsoft Excel program to compute my analysis. I began with my survey results and performed my chi-square with my alpha set at 0.05. In an attempt to test my second hypothesis that older students from dual parent households displayed the best academic performance, I used age group 1 and age group 2 and the 4 different groups of GPAs. For this comparison, I used the factorial logistic regression test. So here's my results for my logistic regression test. I calculated P to equal 0.779 with a degree of freedom of 18 and 0. Because 0.779 is greater than my alpha level of 0.05, my linear regression indicated that there is a slight difference between age, family style, and GPA, and I determined that I should not accept my null hypothesis. For this demonstrated that older students from dual parent households do show better academic performance than younger students. For my first hypothesis, because I had a huge discrepancy in participants from dual parent to single parent households, I was unable to compute that analysis